I guess so. Okay.
What up, peeps? Welcome back to the Gabe Fix. If this is your first time watching, hey girl, hey. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and stick around for a while. So as you can see, I have a special guest with me today. This is Nana, my grandmother.
Hi, peeps.
She's so funny. Okay, so way back in April, I posted a picture of us on Instagram and I asked people to leave their questions for Nana because you guys have been asking for a Q&A with Nana for years. So we are finally going to answer all of the questions, like hundreds of questions that you guys left about her. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So let's just start with the basics. Okay. So, you know, your name, your age, and I guess like where you're from.
Where I'm from?
Yeah. Okay, so your name and your age, and then like your background, like how you, because one of the questions was, are you from Indianapolis? If not, like how did you get here?
Okay.
So a little bit of
now that makes a lot of sense. Okay, my name is Priscilla Ann Harris. She's been calling me Nana forever, for years, ever since she's born. I was born in a town called Herndon, Kentucky, which is like the country. And what else did you say?
Your age.
Oh, okay. I'm 17. No, I'm not 17. I'm 77.
I was gonna say 17.
That was just for laughs. That was just for laughs.
77. Okay.
I'm 77. I turned 77 April the 16th.
So you were born in Herndon, Kentucky.
Yes.
And
this is a small, like, country town that's close to Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So a lot of you might be familiar with that. If not, maybe your parents are, you know. So it's not too far away from that.
Do you have any siblings?
I have one sister that is 2 years older than I. Her name is Martha Helen White. And I had one brother that's deceased. That was younger. He was younger than me.
Okay.
Yes.
Was he a half brother?
Yes.
He was.
Yes.
We
had the same father.
Right?
Yes, we had the same father.
So how did you come to Indianapolis? So you lived in Herndon, Kentucky until when?
Okay, I lived in Herndon, Kentucky, but I was living with an aunt. It was an aunt I was living with. It was not my real mother. And
this was your mother's sister, though.
It was my mother's sister. One of my mother's sisters. Okay, so then the aunt that I was living with from I was a baby. My sister was 2 years old when we were taken there. And I was like I said, a little baby. So my aunt that I lived with for a long time passed away, and then another aunt, which was another one of my mother's sisters, the oldest one, she took us for a couple of years, and then my mom came and picked us up, brought us to Indianapolis. I was 12 years old, and I was here 1 month, and I turned 13. So I came to Indianapolis when I was actually almost 13 years old. And, you know, she enrolled us in school and everything. I've been living here ever since.
Yeah.
I've been living here in Indianapolis ever since, yes.
Okay, so what was your childhood like in the country?
Oh, okay. That's a lot of fun. The rooster woke us up every morning, that's for sure. The rooster crows. It's true. Yeah, and sometimes I wonder if that rooster's crowing because he was hungry instead of just wanting to wake you up. But anyway, we had like tobacco, we had gardens, we had pears and peaches, trees, apple trees, everything. We had anything that you want. You didn't have to go to the store and buy anything, not even potatoes, except for, even we had meat. Because we had the hogs. We had the hogs and the pigs. And yeah, we had the hogs. So
it was all there.
We had like a grocery truck that came through the country, that certain things that you didn't have, like oranges and things like that, they purchased those from the grocery truck. But it was a very interesting and fun life, because we used to, like, when it was raining, we would run in the mud run in the mud with the mud between our toes and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun in the country.
How often
really
did the grocery truck come?
I'm trying to remember because I was
it like once a week or once a month?
I think it was something like maybe twice a month or something like that, if I can remember.
That's crazy.
Yes, Yeah, it was very, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to have clay dirt. Where I come from was Kentucky, so they had clay dirt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what like the roads and stuff were.
The roads were just a regular road. There was I don't remember any rocks.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any gravel or rocks that you have here,
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was very interesting.
So I remember you telling me before.
We picked blackberries and
all of that.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
We
had strawberries and planted everything. You planted everything.
So
except for yourself.
Do you remember that? Like, could you plant all of that stuff now? You used to have a garden here.
Yes,
you don't
I
have
did.
it anymore.
No, I don't.
It was just too much upkeep, or like what happened?
I started getting older, and it started getting to be too much.
Too much.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much. Yeah.
But do you remember that though? Like you would remember how to.
Yes,
start a garden.
I know how to do that now. I could start a garden. I sure
You gonna come help me start a garden?
Yeah, if you want
we want a garden. We just don't know where to put it.
Okay,
we gotta find a place to put
spot,
it.
and we have to move all the grass and everything. You need to get someone to use a tiller to till the ground.
Till the ground,
yeah, so that it easy to plant stuff in. Yeah, I used to plant green beans, squash.
I remember you had tomatoes.
Yes, I had plenty. Oh, I always had plenty of tomatoes. Nobody had to buy any tomatoes in the summertime.
They would be so good.
Yes.
I remember them.
Yes, I used to give them to the neighbors also. Yeah, on both sides.
So with all that food and all of the farmland, you obviously learned how to cook very young, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was making cornbread when I was a little girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was making cornbread, making biscuits and rolling them out and cutting them with we didn't have a biscuit cutter. We had like glasses. We used glasses to cut our biscuits. They were slightly big, big round biscuits, Mm-hmm.
So who taught you how to cook? Like, is it something that you just watched your aunt do and you picked it up, or did they like actually? I kind of like
you automatically. Or? It's like automatic. They show you one time,
and then you got to pick it up.
You learn it. You just learn what to do. You know how to wash the greens, pick the greens, wash them. They showed you how to do that, and you snap the green beans.
Yeah,
it was very, very interesting.
Interesting.
I don't know whether you and Ronnie would survive this.
We probably would.
Something else.
That's interesting though, because I feel like I am not much of a cook at all. Like, I'm a recipe cook. If you give me a recipe, I can follow it. But I often wonder, like, why I didn't learn growing up how to cook. Like, did you teach my mom how to cook?
I tried, but she never stayed home long enough.
My mom was in like every extracurricular activity.
Yeah. She got to do all the things that I never got to do. I made sure that she did. Are you mad? Yeah, that's what. She's mad at me now.
You're so funny. So you made sure she did more things in school.
Yes, I made sure
learning all the cooking.
She did it all. She was military ball queen. She was cheerleader.
Yeah, she did it.
I let her do everything that I had wished I could have done.
Okay,
and did not get to do.
Yeah,
so she did it all.
Yeah,
so it was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
I used to go to games, had a car full of kids. Because she was cheerleading. And
so you was the carpool?
Yeah, I did that a lot. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
Funny.
It was very, very interesting.
So how was life?
One time we had a flat tire with all the kids.
In the car?
In the car, coming from Broad Ripple. And right there in front of Jerry Alderman Ford, if anybody ever remember Jerry Alderman Ford on Keystone, they came out and changed my tire right there in the street. That's how good people were back then.
Oh yeah,
they were so nice.
I feel like they wouldn't do that now.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you can't get anybody to come out of their car place and change your tire.
No, you
I doubt it very seriously. You better have.
Did you have to pay for it?
Better have AAA.
Right.
No.
You didn't pay for it. They just did it for you for free. Oh yeah, you know that
it was such a blessing. Yes, it was really, really nice. So I could drop these kids off and we could go home.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it all.
What was the difference in life in the country versus when you moved to the city? Like when you moved to Indianapolis, how different was life for you?
It was the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people made the difference. The people were different.
Good or bad?
Both. Because when I came up here from Kentucky, I talked like I was from the South. I mean, I was, there was things that we just didn't know.
Yeah.
Because that's what we growed up talking that way, and the kids would make fun of me at school. So I had to try to change my language to fit in, so that they would not laugh at me, and stuff like that.
I mean,
so,
were you successful in that? Like, did they eventually let off of you?
I became what they call in the country proper. I had to do something, so
so you became proper so that you wouldn't get teased.
So I could try it. Yeah. They would tease you. They would tease you. Kids.
Kids are horrible.
They will do stuff like that. So it was very different here. It was a different kind of life because you didn't hear roosters crowing. You didn't have chickens to go feed and peck your feet and all that. And you didn't have eggs to get from the hens that laid eggs in the hen house, they called it, and all that. It was a very different kind of life when I moved here to Indianapolis. It was very different.
So when you moved here, it was in the 50s?
I think it was the 50s. Yeah, it was like
50s. So
somewhere close to 52, if I can remember.
Yeah,
somewhere close to that.
How was it in terms of like segregation? What was your experience like?
It was better. That? It was better than Kentucky. I can remember as a little girl, when we would go to a movie, we had to go up in the balcony. We couldn't sit down on the first floor. But when we came here, by the time we came here and everything, I'd grown up a little bit more. Everybody just sit wherever. Yeah. It was a lot different up north. We call it
than what it was from.
Than the South. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any like significant things that happened to you or experiences with segregation or racism while you were living in Kentucky? Okay, there's something pretty simple. Not anything drastic or anything like that, because I was always a people person. Even as a child, I would talk to anybody. And there was a lady that my aunt worked for, and she had grandchildren. So whenever her little grandchild came and I was with my aunt, I got to play with her, and we didn't see any difference in each other because we were children. We played together. Then her brother, whenever he came, we would all fish together. My sister and I and him, we would have a fishing pole because there was a little pond or water down there where we could have catfish and perch. We could fish, and have fun. Back then, I was putting worms on hooks and stuff like that. Don't give me none now. No way, Jose. But it was all fun. And but what would get me though is after we played together for a while, like the little girl, and we played together for a while, she would call her in. Call her in. So, but other than that, I didn't experience anything. So I guess I wasn't back far enough. So did you grow up knowing your grandparents?
My grandmother.
Yes.
Not my grandfather. My grandfather had already passed on. Okay. But I did know my grandmother, and we called her Mom Peggy. Yeah. Yeah. And she was just kind of mean.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that she was mean.
We saw her coming around the bend. We'd say, "Here come Mom Peggy," and everybody would scatter.
So you weren't really close to her, huh?
No,
not at all.
No. They did. It was just so different in the South. Seemed like they were all just work oriented. About getting wood chopped and picking up chips and making fires and keeping stuff going. There was not enough. Something that I had to learn, which I'm not ashamed of, is to hug the person, hug your family. Yeah. Let them know you love them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We were never.
You didn't grow up with that.
No, because they never hugged us. Go out in the yard and get some wood. Or go do this or go do that. They didn't say I love you.
Yeah.
We weren't taught to say I love you. Which
That's
was
so interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of it's just, you know, it's just
It's just
one
a
of those
different
things.
time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different time.
So you
It was-
never like you would never sit down with your grandmother like this and have a conversation about
No.
her life and her upbringing or anything like
No,
that.
she never hugged you when she come around the corner.
Wow.
You better look out because she might have a switch in her hand.
That's
She,
crazy.
and, hey, she gonna whip you for anything, just for opening
Just
your
for
mouth or
being
something.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Never said I love you, I hug you, or nothing like that.
Nothing.
So I had to kind of learn that, which, like I said, I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
It's just something that it was the way my life was.
Right.
So there's nothing you could do about it. But
Right.
I'm just grateful that and thankful that I did learn to tell my kids I love them and give them a hug.
There's so many questions. I've been trying to like just prompt and get a little bit of, you know, just backstory on that, but I do want to make sure that I cover some a lot of these questions.
Yeah, I do want to say that I love Kentucky.
Yeah.
I love that farm life, running barefooted and
Yeah.
and all that through the fields and stuff like that.
Really?
Bursting watermelons out there in the middle of the field, and we would eat it hot. It was, you know, we were kids, and it was just so much fun.
Yeah. I
Part
bet
of my
it
life I
was.
will never ever forget.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite childhood memory? Like one thing that really stands out, one thing that happened, or
There's more than one. I think I'm just trying to figure out which one was the most exciting. It was very exciting when I got my first bicycle.
yeah.
I don't know how many times I failed trying to learn how to ride it.
Did
but
anybody teach you? You had to learn on yourself, on your own.
You got on there
And
and
you
you
just-
tried to ride it,
Wow.
and you learned on your own.
On your own.
Yeah. Now kids would hold on to you and then they'd turn you loose. And then that's when I would fall or run into something. Other kids would
be
riding
helping
our
you,
bicycles. Yeah.
Oh, because you couldn't ride it.
Right. Yeah, it was funny. I said they gonna ride my new bike.
Right, I better learn how to ride
I'm gonna learn
it.
how to ride
Okay.
this thing. Yes, I
That
did.
is
I learned how to ride it. I
crazy.
sure did. As I said, all of them are not gonna be riding my bike. I'm sitting up here falling off of it.
That is so hilarious.
Yeah, it was really.
Oh my goodness.
But there was a lot of moments when we would have dinners and suppers and things like that at the church, and ice cream. They didn't call them ice cream socials like they do here, but it was something like that, and we would eat ice
you would
cream
eat
and
ice
stuff
cream.
and go back to church. And
That's cool.
It's a
What
lot
was
of fun.
school like there? Were you in school?
Yes.
Okay.
The school was divided back then into two rooms. You had like kindergarten. Well, they didn't really say kindergarten then. It was first grade through fourth in one room,
Wow.
and 4 through 8 in the other room.
Really?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
First through fourth and fourth through
one
eight.
teacher taught here and the other one taught over
Yeah.
there, and they taught kids from 4 through 8.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine. That's
two
crazy.
rooms. That's all. It was
So
a
would it
two-room
be?
schoolhouse.
It would be a small class then, probably maybe like 10, 15 people in a class, or
Are you serious?
or would it be more than yours?
Maybe let me see. I'm trying to remember how many was in there.
I mean, I'm
it wasn't no
thinking-
10. That's for sure. It was way more than 10.
Oh, really?
Because some of them was in the 4th, some of them was in the 5th, some of them was in the 6th, and some of them was in the 7th, some was in the 8th. I don't like that.
Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
I guess maybe that big classroom.
Yeah, schools were segregated. You rode the bus to your school, and they had a separate bus to ride to their school.
So you don't know how their school was set up, or was it set up kind of the same? Or do
I
you
don't
think
know.
You don't know.
I don't know because
that's
I never got to
interesting.
go.
You never got to go.
When I come to Indianapolis, that's when everybody was mixed
when
in the
you
school.
came here.
Everybody was mixed.
Was
yeah.
that an adjustment?
My teacher
for
was
you.
not really because I love people. I
Yeah.
would just, I adjust pretty fast.
Yeah.
I just adjust pretty fast. So
That's interesting.
it was very interesting. It really was.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
No, the schools were segregated back then. Yes,
in
they were.
Kentucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you came here and then you went to school. You finished high school,
Right.
and then what? So like, what was?
I took some postgraduate classes over at Addicts, just business courses.
Okay.
I sure did.
Yeah.
And I would go at night, so Helen and Mother would watch Ronnie. For
Yeah, I was
me.
about to say because you had
She
my mom.
She was born.
You were.
I was almost 19.
You're almost 19.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
had a mom when you were almost 19. So then you took the classes and they would keep her. So then when did you start working at Diamond Chain? Like, what was your, like, because you didn't start off being a cosmetologist. That came later in life. So, like, what was your, passion? Like, what did you want to do? Or what did,
Hair.
You always wanted to do
yes,
hair.
I used to come
did. Okay.
on the corn that was out in the field when we was in Kentucky. Those pretty long silks that come from the corn. I tried to comb that.
Are you serious?
It broke off. They broke off.
So you always had an interest in hair.
Yes. And then I used to sit out in the grass and comb the grass and braid the grass. We didn't call it braid back then. We called it plait.
Yeah, plait.
That's what we call it.
Yeah,
plait the grass.
So you didn't. When did you decide to go to cosmetology school?
Okay, well, see, when I was in high school, I was doing the neighbors next door, and then I was doing the neighbors across the street, putting curls in their hair.
Oh,
yes. And that's when I started to.
You was putting curls in people's hair?
Yes, I was curling. I put curls in their hair across the street and next door. I sure was. Yeah, with the iron, with the curling iron.
That's so funny.
Yes, and then
you just taught yourself how to use them.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no, my mother showed me how.
Oh, she did?
On the Marcel iron.
Okay.
My mother showed me how. Yes, she did. She showed me how, and that was all she had to show me was one time.
Yeah,
that was it.
You had it.
That was it. Yeah. So then I started to pressing my own hair.
Okay.
I was always doing my own hair. I never did go to the beauty shop. I did my own hair.
Yeah.
Well, once in a while I went to the beauty shop until that lady, every time she put the comb in there, it burned. So I started going.
Doing that. Right.
Crying, telling my mother, I can't go back to her no more.
Yeah.
That hurt too much. Every time you put the comb in there, she was burning me.
So then why did you...
Anyway, I went on to keep doing hair.
Yeah.
Even after Ronnie was born.
Yeah.
She never went to a beautician. I used to do her friends. And when we moved in an apartment, I was doing hair in the kitchen in the apartments. I was.
But you were still working a full-time job,
yes,
right?
I was. Yes, I was. I worked at RCA and then I worked at Diamond Chain.
Yes. So now why didn't you decide to do hair full-time? Was it more of just something you enjoyed to do? Like why?
Well, I'm still doing hair. At this time, I'm still shampooing people and pressing or roller setting, whatever. I'm still doing hair. And, so I was pressing a lot. I took care of Ronnie's, so I'm still doing this. By now, she's in college. I'm still working at Diamond Chain. I decided that it's time for me to just go ahead, get my license, and see where it goes to. So that's just what I did. I was started going part-time, working full-time at Diamond Chain, and doing that.
Yeah. How long was...
At one time, I was doing like 3 jobs because I was doing hair. I had you as a baby.
Yeah.
I had you as a baby. Yeah.
My mom,
she went to the
academy. She was a police officer. She went to the academy.
For 3 months.
Was it 3 months?
3 months.
So yeah,
3
Nana
months.
and Papa had me for like the first 3 months.
I was taking her to a babysitter like she was mine. Yes. And putting her in the playpen while I do hair. Part-time in the evening.
That's so
and after I come from my other job, from Diamond Chain, so it was very interesting. And I was very energetic, and I thank the good Lord for the strength and the health. I'm still grateful, for that.
So you eventually retired from Diamond Chain.
Yes.
Started just doing hair, right?
Murphy said, "You can't do both. You either do hair, make up your mind. You either do hair, or you stay at Diamond Chain." He said, "You just can't do both. It's too much."
It's too much.
So I decided to do hair. And when I first quit, and left Diamond Chain, I didn't have a lot of customers because I was working in the evening. Now I'm home all day now, so it didn't take long before the evening customers start telling all their friends and people at the Diamond Chain found out that I was home all day long.
And then filled up. Started getting clients.
I started getting clientele. So it was really a lot of fun.
You're still going strong doing hair.
I'm still doing hair part time. Yes.
How long do you think you'll do hair?
As long, I got to show you a video that one of my clients brought in this week. with a lady that is 99 years old,
Still doing
still
hair.
doing hair.
Shut up, 99.
Yes. And I said, as long as I feel
Good.
like it, I have my health and strength, I probably will do it because it's a passion. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just grateful the way things worked out. That's why I'm still here in this house. It's because I have my salon in the back, and it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is.
It's a real blessing.
You don't have
You know,
to
I
rent
can-
no booth from
Right,
nobody.
and pay all that booth rent and all that, and then I don't have to sit up and twiddle my thumbs after I get through with all the work around here.
Right.
I got to do so. So I don't have to be. You see the people doing like this.
Yeah. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got time to do that.
No, I don't have time to do that. I'm busy.
Oh, you're
I'm
so
very
funny.
active. So
Okay.
as long as I can stay healthy, the good Lord gives me my strength. I am so thankful because I love what I do.
Right,
It's
right.
a passion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So as long as I can continue to do that, that's why I,
Yeah.
not easy because
Yeah.
I'm on the senior on a fixed income, but I mean I'm trying hard to maintain
yeah.
so that I can do what I love. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you briefly mentioned Murphy.
Yes.
And for those of you that don't know, that's Papa, my grandfather.
Yes, we were married for 26 years, 5 months, and 10 days.
Hey.
And he passed away
Yes.
in 2008.
Yes.
Yeah. He was the love of my life.
When did you meet him? Because he was not your first husband. He was.
Oh Lord, we ain't going to
Right. We don't want to talk about the rest of them, okay? We're just going to talk about Papa because he's the most
I
important
met
one,
him
okay?
at Diamond Chain.
You met him at Diamond Chain.
Yes, I
okay.
did.
And
Yes,
you
I
guys
did.
dated for years before you even got married,
yes,
right?
we did. Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
I think, what'd you tell me, like 10 years?
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That's
yes,
crazy.
we did.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it was meant to be.
it was meant to
Because
be.
if he had stayed well, and didn't get sick, we'd still be together.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So
So
that's who
26
Murphy is. That's
Yeah.
my Papa.
Yes.
And he pretty much raised my mom. Yeah. From I think she was probably in high school. Maybe when you started dating Papa.
I'm trying to remember. She might have hadn't graduated. Let me see her. Either she
or she was in
graduated,
college. I can't remember.
She was in high school.
She was in high school.
She was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might have. I'm trying to figure out whether she had just started in high school or what.
Yeah.
She was in high school.
Okay, so
it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do have some questions about like love life and stuff, and if at any point you don't want to answer anything, you just ain't.
That's all right.
you
Shoot
gotta answer
him.
it.
Shoot him at me.
So one person asked, because you did say Papa passed in 2008. One person asked, "Do you ever get lonely?"
I'm trying to figure out how to answer that. I'm not the kind of person that is a lonely.
lonely.
Because I love my privacy too.
Yes, now that loves me by herself.
I do. I don't know how many people there is like that, but I do. I can't help it. I just tell the truth.
That's probably where
I love.
I like it.
There is so many things that I can just be comfortable with. Watching a movie, watching a special TV program, doing stuff that like going through some papers, or just sitting here, just stretched out, just relaxed, eating.
Yeah.
I love being by
enjoy
myself. There might have been a time or two or something where I maybe got lonely, but not desperately lonely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
There's a
say I was
difference.
ever desperate where, Joe Hogg and Blow and whoever could come in. not hardly. Ain't no way I'm particular. I'm very particular about who I keep company with.
No, that's right.
I feel like that's a privilege of a lady,
Yeah.
and you can be particular because it's what the good Lord has for you. So I have to be honest and wait on Him.
Yeah.
I have to wait on Him. If there's somebody nice and decent and a Christian man out there for me, I feel like the Lord will bless me with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
don't have
open
to go
that.
after him. I
Yeah.
don't have to go after
Say
him.
that again. You don't have to go after him. I
No,
know that's
because
right.
if it was me, I make all kinds of mistakes, but I know God is not going to make any.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have to
the
just
truth
wait on
right
Him.
there.
I don't feel like that I'm above, meeting somebody that, maybe talk to or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's nice to have companionship.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you open to finding companionship in non-traditional ways, like online or like dating
I'm afraid.
sites?
I'm afraid to go online. I would have already been on there just
Yeah.
to see what I could, scout up.
We keep saying we're gonna create her a profile, get her some dates around here.
I'm afraid I might get a nut. I mean, I don't mean no harm, but I don't want to get the wrong person, So
That's true.
if you got a nice uncle out there, please, that my age, that looking for a single, nice senior lady, I'm here.
Show him this video, okay? And we'll scout him out, okay?
Yeah.
That's
But
hilarious.
I am very particular.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
You have nowadays. You have to be particular, and it's not that you are what do you call it? You don't think you're better than anyone or anything like that. I'm not that kind of person. What's that other name for it? You know what I'm talking about?
What is
I'm not stuck up or anything like that, or arrogant. I'm not arrogant.
That's
I'm
the
not
word,
like
yeah.
that. I'm open. But you have
Still
to
gotta be a good person.
Yeah, you have to be careful because you have to pick. You have to pick and choose. It's not the same as it was years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You
I can remember years ago, honestly, we used to go to clubs and meet somebody really nice.
Yeah.
You can't do that now. And then I don't go to clubs no more either. So.
True. So you gonna be nobody
That's a part of the past. We all got a past.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it was fun back then,
Right, yeah. I mean, I think
people were different.
People
different. respected each other more, I'll put it like that.
Okay. That brings me to another question I saw. Somebody
That's
said,
all right. Ask me whatever
what
they want to know.
What do you miss about the 70s?
I missed being able to, things were more safer. I missed the safety. I mean, you could walk down the street. I mean, it wasn't nothing. Back when I was going to high school, we walked all the way from school home.
Yeah.
And at nighttime, we could walk.
And there was no fear.
And there was no
nothing.
fear of anything. You could walk at night if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. There's a lot of other things I miss, but I miss the safety part of the 70s.
Yeah.
They were more safer, I think.
So, do you have any, like when you look back over your life, do you have any regrets? Are you the type of person to regret?
I try, I can remember maybe at one time, maybe holding on to something that you have to let go of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've learned, I've grown, or whatever you might call it, that to let go and forgive and not hold grudges and not hold on to stuff because it messes with you.
Yeah.
It would mess with me.
Yeah.
Not the other person. I would be the one suffering, so I know that.
Yeah, that's true.
So I let go and just have fun. Every day I get up, I try to make somebody laugh, or just laughter is it's a part of life.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And being happy. And if you don't get up in the morning trying to make your day good, it's your own fault.
That's true.
Don't come around me arguing because I'm gonna send you out the door out right now because we're not gonna argue. Ain't gonna argue here. No, you gotta enjoy each day as it comes. Yeah.
That's true.
There's a saying that tomorrow's not promised, and it's the truth.
It is true.
So you gotta be happy and have fun and enjoy. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you go back and tell like your younger self if you could give your younger self advice on, whatever? Like what would you, and this can even be advice to the younger people that are watching, like if you could give them one key piece of,
while you are young, try to do as right as you possibly can. Try to do the right things, as you go through your life. And try to, I think I made some mistakes in budgeting and stuff like that. You want to be careful, and because you can't go back and change anything, because that will hit you right in the face when, something happens or something you didn't feel like you did right a long time ago. It comes back to haunt you. And while you are young, make sure that you budget budget. You know, give God His first, and make sure that you take care of things like you're supposed to, and pay yourself.
Yeah.
Pay yourself. Now, I taught that after I made mistakes. I could teach it because I made mistakes.
Yeah.
So now, like this baby right here, I tell her now, look, pay yourself so you have some money saved up. Because I used all that. So you got to, you know, you can teach it after you get a whim of it, because it hits you right in the face.
Right, you know from first-hand experience.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
This is what I
So
should have done better.
that is very important, you know,
Yeah.
and to treat people right and treat people like you would want them to treat you, even when they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you treat people right.
Yeah. What about
do the right things?
What about pretty is pretty does? That's something that I grew up with that saying. She used to tell
I used to always tell her that. Yeah, because you can be pretty and do all the ugly things. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can be a pretty person, and if you're doing all the ugly things, it makes you ugly. I don't mean no harm.
But it's the truth.
But it's the truth. Yeah. So, you know, pretty is as pretty does. You know, so maybe somebody who's not so pretty is a beautiful person because of their heart, and their inner self, and how they present themselves. Can be beautiful. You know.
That's so true.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important.
That's exactly what I mean. So if you're a young person, you know, remember that. You know. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You know. You can't lose that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can only gain.
That's right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? If somebody said, "Will there be any cooking with Nana videos in the future?" You gonna cook on camera, Nana? All your recipes, I feel like a secret. You don't want nobody to know.